everyone. Today we have our another new episode, and we will discuss on a very specific question: is it time to revisit online elections? We have our young, energetic research and innovator from India, Orpita Sneha Rajput. I request Orpita, what do you want to discuss about? Is it time to revisit online election?
Thank you so much, Dr. Sharif, for giving me the opportunity to put up my opinions and points here on this World Talent Economy Forum. And regarding online election, I have few of the researches. Uh, the data, I have some of the data also. So about online election, I would like to say that see the adoption of technology in election has been a trend worldwide. Elections are modernizing by incorporating digital technology in different stages of the election process, including it includes the poll working training, compilation of voters list, voter registration, and the casting and counting of ballots. All right. So knowledge from these developments can be leveraged to determine what works and what does not with respect to implementation and to answer presenting and pressing questions about the impacts of technology on elections. So, such as whether online voting adoption can improve voter participation or strengthen voter confidence in the election process. So, see basically how it works, that how it affects candidates and campaigns, and what sort of impacts are felt by, the election administration. So, internet voting is one of the part of the trend to modernize elections that has become popular in such as there are many countries, many continents such as Europe. We have this Latin America, and along with Latin America and Europe, we have this North America. So at the local municipalities, there is also an example of Canada, a very famous example, Canada, Ontario. So in Canada, have deployed online voting in more elections than anywhere else in the world. So despite growth in adoption and use, however, the modest academic study has been carried out to understand the impacts of internet voting in such places. Funding provided by the funds are the most important points, and most important is the most important part which is played in elections. So funding provided by the social sciences and humanities and the research council and the contributions from, you see, the asking the local people, for example, the asking the Canadians and the Center for E-Democracy. It also supported the study of around 47 Ontario municipalities. I'm talking in the aspect of Canada that used internet voting in 2014 municipal elections and participated.
Orpita, I cannot hear you clearly. Orpita, I cannot hear you clearly. Can you join again? I think my friend, he has some problems and he has to join. And I just want to share one of the question answer uh, uh, of that particular issues.
Yes, so I was talking that in the year of 2015 this happened, and the participation in the project included surveys of internet voters, candidates, and election administration. Paper voters were also surveyed in several municipalities in Canada. So this was all regarding online election.
Okay, very good. My next questions to you that what are the potential benefit of transitioning to online election compared to traditional method?
See, if we talk about the potential benefits, see, online voting and online election workflow can be done securely by employing basic securities applications. So basically, the benefits, talking about the benefits, that it is beneficiary regarding the securities and regarding the applications, which is readily provided by well established some of the also cryptographic technologies by analyzing data flow between actors in the workflow. Secure processes can be implemented using web database and cryptographic techniques. And also talking about the benefits, the implementation must deliver a system that provides performance properties of authentication, democracy, anonymity, no coercion, accuracy, reliability, and then we have this, the veracity. Then also along with the veracity, we have verifiability, neutrality, and linkability.
Okay, my next question: what are the main concern or risk associated with conducting election online?
Okay, risk. Talking about the risk, there are a few of the points which I would like to um, talk upon that we must need to keep in our minds. See, as mentioned, uh, as mentioned earlier, talking about all the benefits, the purpose of election system must be must perform these following operational properties. Number one, we have the authentication. We are talking about the risk. So, the authentication only eligible voters in a closed electoral roll shall be able to vote. A finalized mental list of eligible voters was prepared before starting of the voting period. Then we have this democracy. Each voter's votes counts only once in the election. And then the votes from persons with different roles may be counted differently, and the rules should be clear to all the voters. So here are some of the points which we can keep in our mind to reduce the risk.
Okay, excellent. How have advance in technology and cyber security changed the feasibility of implementing online voting system since the last examination?
Okay, this one is quite interesting question. So how it has changed? I would like to mention some of the points which makes the online voting different to the conventional one, such as I would like to speak about the anonymity, which is one of the most sacred thing for election, whether it could be online or whether it could be offline. So a vote shall not be associated to a voter. Privacy is very important right a voter must have in order to ensure her personal protection. Then there must not be no coercion. Matlab, there should be no coercion. A vote cannot be bought or sold for any reasons. A vote cannot be approved by the voter or the others after it has been cast and the choice has been made. And the last point which I would like to mention is the accuracy, which makes it different. All valid votes are properly counted for in the final counting. It shall not be possible to remove a valid vote from the final counting. So these are some of the points which make the online election different from the conventional one.
Thank you. My next question is what lesson can be learned from the past exam, and what are the cultural attitudes and opinion among expert policymakers and the public regarding the adaptation of online voting system? What do you think? India is one of the largest country for democracy, and do you believe that Indian people gonna accept this online voting system?
Yes, definitely. Why not? When everybody else is accepting and where we are getting success in implementing the online election, I gave you the example of Canada, Ontario, and then we have this Latin America, we have this North America. So why not India? So I guess uh, making my point to a conclusive one, I would like to say that a good security is a matter of implementing simple and understandable secure procedures within a workflow rather than implementing complicated security protocols. The very foremost and the very important point, and using difficult cryptographic tools within a system framework. It's also one of the most important. So we have discussed the complexity of online voting system due to a contradictory requirements. We have come with a solution based on distribution of authorities with limited administrative power over each other. The security is molded on the servers and on the interaction between them only. We employed simple and well-known cryptographic techniques. See, it all in online, it all depends on the cryptographic techniques. And then we have this, we preserve anonymity and at the same time promote very fiability and linkability by using two-stage voting processes of registration and voting as far as it is concerned about India, and by letting the voter the possibility reissuing tokens and recasting of votes, the system discourage the process of, and in this way the system discourage the process of practice of vote selling.
Thank you. What's your opinion regarding policy of online voting? And do you believe we have enough good technology to run this kind of initiative in South Asia?
See, as far as policy is concerned, and as far as South Asia is concerned, yes, definitely, we can also implement this new cryptographic techniques and this online voting system. And I would like to again put my stress on some of the points, such as number one, the authentication. Only eligible voters in a closed electoral roll shall be able to vote. A finalized mental list of eligible voters was must be prepared before the starting of the voting period. Regarding policy, I would also like to mention democracy. Each voter's votes counts only once in the election. Votes from persons with different roles may be counted differently. The rules should be clear to all voters. And then I also spoke about this anonymity thing. So a vote shall not be associated to a voter. Privacy is very important right a voter must have in order to ensure her personal protection. And then we have this. Also spoke about this no coercion thing. A vote cannot be bought. It is one of the foremost important part if we discuss about the policy and conclusion about if we conclude anything about South Asia. So there must not be coercion. A vote cannot be bought or sold for any reasons. A vote cannot be proved by the voter and others after it has been cast and choice has been made. And then we have at last we have the accuracy. All valid votes are properly counted for in the final counting. It shall not be possible to remove a valid vote from the final counting. So these are all the things which we need to keep in mind while preparing the policies in South Asia, Asian
Thank you.
countries.
Thank you. What's your closing remarks for today's session?
Closing remarks. As a voter, I would like to send my audience, I would like to send my people who are watching this live show that we must be truthful, whether it is online or whether it is offline. And if we talk about in terms of India, in terms of South Asian countries, so voting shall not be done on any stigmation, the stigmation thing. There are different kind of, there are many diversities in India, so the voting shall not be partial. It shall not be made on the caste basis. It shall not be made on the power and money muscle. So is there is this term veracity. So I would like to uh, throw this term to all the audience, that, and by profession I'm a anchor, so that's why I'm using that. I need to throw this word to all my audience, that all the voters, we must be truthful. Voter each voter is very much important, whether it is online or it is offline. We must be accurate, we must be uh, properly democratized. While putting up our votes, we must be anonymous. The coercion thing is has again come. There must be reliability. So we must keep a healthy competition while casting our vote. We must be well prepared with all the election phases such as registration, voting, and tallying, like everything. And we must be very well aware of the cryptographic techniques if it is online. So basically, I would like to give my audience the message that we must be truthful. There must be veracity.
Thank you. Thank you. I request all of our audience, please share our content. And as a speaker, hopefully, you will support more to World Talent Economy Forum. And I want to invite you in our uh, board as a research fellow. And we can develop conference, we can develop uh, like academy, and your contribution will be valuable for World Talent Economy Forum. Thank you. Bye bye and take care.
Okay, bye.